Hello and welcome back to Bookmark Chronicles. Today I'm doing my August TBR. I did complete last month's TBR early and I thought that I was going to be able to start and complete a bunch of other things. That did not happen because I ended up in a reading slump. I'm going to start with the books that I attempted to start last month and then move on from there. First up, we have Handbook for a Post-Row America. This is the older version because I've had this since before Roe v. Wade was actually overturned, but I do still think this is going to be a good read and no better time to read it than now. Then I got 2 chapters into Risky Assets. This is book 2 in the Trading Secrets trilogy. I do have a full review of book 1 and I will have that linked in the cards and the description. In that book, we are following Celeste Donovan, who is this super rich and powerful high roller. She lives in New York City. She's living the dream and then she meets this guy and she falls in love with him. He ends up dying in a freak accident and she starts to suspect that her ex-boyfriend is behind it. So book 1 is very much like a Lifetime movie. There's sex, money, drugs, drama, all the things, and it is a wild ride. I really enjoyed it. It was one of my best books of 2020 and I'm expecting to enjoy this one just as much. There's a lot that happened in that first book and then this one picks up just a few months after, so I'm really excited to see where it goes and how it ends. Next, we have the second pick for the Pages in Color book club and it's Kingdom of Souls by Rena Barron. I'm really excited to read this one. It is a 5-star prediction for me, so I hope that it ends up actually being 5 stars. I'm actually not super familiar with what this one is about. Something about our main character being a descendant of powerful witch doctors. There's a demon king. Something about his hunger for souls. I don't really know. I don't really care. I'm just really excited to read it. I've also heard that this one is supposed to be getting an adaptation, so that's super exciting. Hopefully I do really enjoy this one so that I can read the other books in the series. Next, I will be reading Misogynoir Transformed. I'm reading this for an upcoming discussion and live show with Rachel over at Reads with Rachel. I've really enjoyed everything that Rachel has recommended to me and also really enjoyed all of the discussions that we've had, so I'm really excited about this one. I'm also interested to compare this one to Women, Race, and Class and Hood Feminism. I also have the audio for Bad Fat Black Girl, so I'm excited to read that one soon too, hopefully next month. But I'm really looking forward to reading this book and to the discussion, so I think it's going to be a good time. Next, I have an arc of Soul of the Deep. This is the sequel to Skin of the Sea, which I enjoyed. I believe I gave that one 4 stars. In that one, we're following a mermaid whose job it is to collect the souls of enslaved people when they're thrown overboard. So one day she goes to collect a soul and this person's still alive. So she has to decide if she's going to collect his soul as she was supposed to, or if she's going to save his life and what the repercussions of that may be. I did enjoy that one, although I have heard some complaints about the representation. I'm interested to see if that's addressed and if it's fixed in the next book. We shall see. I totally forgot that I requested this one and then I got accepted, so here we are. And last, I will be reading Hazel Bly in the Deep Blue Sea. This was the book that Anya recommended to me for my 12 Recs by 12 Friends. This one is middle grade, I believe. I think it's also sapphic, and it's about a young girl whose mother dies, I believe during like a kayaking trip or something like that. So then our main character is dealing with grief, but also there's something about a mermaid myth. I don't really know, but it's fine, and I trust Anya's recommendations, so I think that I'm going to enjoy it. I also just haven't read any middle grade this year, and so I think that if I enjoy this, it will convince me to read more middle grade. I still haven't read Amari and the Night Brothers. I know that's basically blasphemous, but I'll get to it. So those are all of the books that I plan to read in August. Let me know if you have read any of these or if they're on your TBR. If you are also interested in reading Kingdom of Souls with the Pages in Color book club, our Discord will be linked in the description. You can follow us on Twitter and Instagram as well. Otherwise, that's all I have for you today, and I'll see you in the next video.